Again a heartily welcome to my class 12 student. Now we will start the second part of current and electricity, and that is, first we will talk about Ohm's law, deduction of Ohm's law, then resistor, then temperature dependence of resistivity, and afterward many things. Okay, so first of all we will clarify what do you mean by student Ohm's law. To understand Ohm's law, first you have to remember the statements of Ohm's law. What is that? The potential Ohm's law. Okay? Yes. The potential difference across the end of the conductor. Okay? End of the conductor. Here potential difference is very much important, student. Is proportional to the current, which I can take as I, to current flowing through it. Okay, through it in a proper physical condition. That is more important, student. In a proper physical condition. Clear? And what is the physical condition? Like pressure should be remain constant or unchanged. So what's Ohm's law tells, student? The potential difference is directly proportional to current, and if we will remove this proportionality symbol, you always know that one constant term comes, that is R. Okay, so R I can take as a constant term. It will be like this: V is equal to Ri, or you can also write, student, D is equal to IR. Okay, what B? B is the potential difference, I is the current, and R is the resistance of a substance which you have considered. Okay, the question is, on which factor the resistance depends. Okay, already I have told you what is resistance, student. It opposes the terms which opposes the flow of current in a circuit. It never allow current to flow in a given circuit. That is the resistance. So on which factor your resistance depend upon? First is, you can write resistance depend upon what? Student, first is resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire. Okay, so directly means more is the length, more is the resistance. Clear to you? Second is, student, resistance is also depend upon nature of the material. Okay, whether the material is insulator, proper conductor, a conductor also you have some aluminum, copper. Okay, so it depend upon the different quality of the material. Third, it is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. Okay, means suppose a wire is like this. If area is, suppose this wire area is A, means small. Again one wire I will take, area is more. Okay, so out of this they will ask you, suppose this area is 3 centimeter square, this area is 1 centimeter square, in which wire resistance is more. So as you know, resistance is inversely proportional to area. More is the area, less is the resistance. So more is the area, less is the resistance. Whose area is more, student? This one. So here area is more, so in this wire the resistance will be less. Okay, now we will move to the graph, student. Okay, let us check it out, the graph which is follow Ohm's law. Two graph I will show you, student. One is B versus I and another is I versus B. Clear? So suppose this is a V versus I. Okay, so here I have given you two substance like this. It should be a very straight. Okay, and this is one straight wire. Clear? Suppose this is A, this is B. This wire is temperature T1 and this is at temperature T2. Clear to you? So two slope you can see. This is a longer one and this is steeper, means this is near to V. Clear? Another I will show you if it is I versus B. Clear? Now you check it out. This is the position of B and this is the position of A, T1. So is these two concepts the same? Please check it. When B versus I, T2 is at upper part. If I versus B, T2 at lower part. What does it mean? Means if I will name this slope, suppose OB. So student, OB is greater than OA. Means this slope has high resistance. Clear? Clear? So if you go to the formula, B by I is equal to R. Clear? Means B by R is directly proportional to resistance, but I by B is what? It is, tell me student, it is inversely proportional to resistance. Got it? If it is B versus I graph, it is B versus I is directly proportional to resistance, I versus B is inversely proportional to resistance. So this concept you have to remember. Clear to you? Okay. Now very simple question student, that we always heard about the word, what one is the resistance and another is resistivity. So these two words has hell and heaven difference student. Please mind it, this is a very important topic related to the current and electricity, because student always try to mix up this both concept. Okay. So what is resistance? It is an inherent property of a given object. Means it is the property of an object which is remain always. But what is resistivity student? It is the property. It is the property of the material of an object. See what is the difference? This is the inherent property of object, but here what is that? Object is there, but which substance the object is made up of, that is the thing is resistivity. Means it is a property of the material of an object. Means what? Suppose one object is made up of copper, one is made up of iron. So resistivity variation will be there depending upon the material. But you cannot change. This is only for iron. So iron has some different resistance, copper has some different resistance. So this will be inherited. Okay, you cannot change it. But resistivity can be changed of a given object depending upon the material. Okay. Second thing, it depend upon shape and size. Which? Resistance. More thicker, more longer. So it depend upon shape and size. Depend upon shape and size. Clear? But what is here? Resistivity is independent. It is not depend upon shape and size. Clear? And third important thing is that it increases with temperature. Clear? It increases with increasing temperature. But what is resistivity? Totally opposite. It decreases with temperature. Clear? This is the most important factor how resistivity changes. Clear? So these are the concepts which you have to remember student. What is that? It increases with temperature. What is that? Resistance. But resistivity, what happened? It decreases with temperature. Clear? Now we will derive what is that? Ohm's law. How we can derive student Ohm's law? That you have never done, I think so. So today we will say. Suppose I have told you one diagram you always remember in this chapter. What is that? Suppose this is one conductor. You have taken one end positive, another end negative. Okay. Here B is the potential difference. This is a cross-sectional area. Okay, which I can consider A. This is the electric field which we can apply here, E. And as the charge, as I have told you, if the electric field in this direction student, the electron will be in this direction. Okay. So this is the cross-sectional area A. The direction of electron is totally opposite to the direction of electric field. Now, yes, I have told you student, what is the formula for I? I is equal to NeABD. If you have remembered in my last video. N is the number of electron, E is the charge of electron, A is the cross-sectional area, BD is your drift velocity. Clear? So what is VD? How much? VD is equal to I by NEA. Clear? VD is equal to I by NEA. Now, if I will tell you I is equal to NEA VD, and VD value we have got it how much? In the last class video, NEA VD is EE tau by M, right? So what is that? I is equal to n e square a e m tau. As we know, student, what is that? E is equal to B by L, right? B by L. B is the potential difference and L is length. You put the value of E here. So I is equal to N E square A B by L M into tau. Clear? Now you take common like this. What is the value of B, student? ML by N E square A tau into I. So this we are considered as resistance of a resistor, proportionality constant. So you can write as ML N E square A tau is R. So what is the formula comes? Tell me. The formula comes as B is equal to IR. Clear to you? Where R is a resistance, ML N E square A tau. Clear? And if you will keep something in the bracket, student, like this, suppose M by N E square A tau, keep the bracket like this and put L outside, this whole term can be taken as rho, that is resistivity. And we write the formula is how much? You take A also separately, okay? You can put A outside. So what is the formula? See carefully. R is equal to rho L by A. So here R is the resistance, rho is the resistivity, L is the length of the wire and A is the cross-sectional area. Clear to you, student? I hope you have understood. Now we will move to some simple concept and very simply I will make you understand. One is the student conductor, another is conductance and third is conductivity. Clear? So conductor, you know, the substance which are free electrons and where we can apply, if we will apply the electric current, it is known as electricity. Now what is conductance means? What is conductance means? What is conductance, student? It is inverse of resistance. Clear? Inverse of resistance means, suppose conductance I will take as symbol as, you can take anything. Suppose I will take symbol as rho or sigma. It is inversely proportional to resistance. This is conductance. But what is conductivity? Conductivity. It is conductivity. Suppose I am taking rho dash. Okay. So conductivity is inversely proportional to resistivity. Okay. Conductance and conductivity, Helen haven't different, student. Conductance is inversely proportional to resistance, means it is the inherent property of an object, but conductivity is inversely proportional to resistivity, which is the property of a material of an object. Clear to you? And if you see the SI unit, you will see the variation. Suppose for conductance, student, for conductance, that is 1 by R inversely proportional. So it is, you can write like this, or this is also known as mho. Okay. If you go to the conductivity, it is opposite of resistivity. Its symbol is mho by. Clear? This I hope so you have understood. Then we will move to the graph. Okay, if you will see the graph here, this graph is basically as a Ohm's law graph. If you will see in the smaller classes, normal classes means in class 10, if you have seen the graph, it is something like this. See, B versus I, a straight graph is there. But afterward we have got some materials such as semiconductor, superconductor, and we have seen that this graph is not suitable for all the material, means this graph is only straight for metal. Okay, this graph is only valid for metal, but after few experiment we have seen this one graph. What is that? It is like a curve. Clear? Another graph we have seen, it is like this. So do you think so it is proportional? No. Here I cannot say the potential difference is proportional to current. So here these all graphs show that we have some other material, and the material which is not following the Ohm's law, that is non-ohmic material. The material which is not following the Ohm's law, it is non-ohmic material. So now after basing in this concept and experiment, student, we have got a material can be divided into two concepts. One is ohmic, another is non-ohmic. So what is ohmic, student? The material which follow Ohm's law is ohmic. The material which is not following Ohm's law, it is non-ohmic. Clear to you? I hope so you are understanding the concept. Now student, we will move to the concept of resistor. Very short, I like to give it to you. Resistor is what? It is a device which opposes the flow of current. So resistors we can consider into two parts. One is wire bound resistor, another is carbon resistor. Wire bound resistor is like the student, made by winding the wires. Mean one insulator we have taken and wind up with the wire, and that wire material is something like that, constant and nickel, manganese. So these are the material through which we can prepare wire bond resistor. But if you will move to the carbon resistor, student, it is high range resistor, means here resistor value is very high. They are compact, means this type of resistor is long and large in size, but these are very short in size. These are very much costly, student, but these are inexpensive, right? Means it is inexpensive, means very cheap in cost. Third is most important, that we can use this device in many electronic devices, but this is what happened, there is a limitation value. What is that? It can be taken from 0.1 to 4 mega ohm. We cannot take more than that, but this is very easy to handle. It is can be used anywhere. Its size is very small. Okay, so and this is a low power consumption, but this is a very well maintained power consumption. Now suppose I will show you this is a resistor, student, and how you will get the value of resistor. It means suppose I will tell it is 1 ohm or 4 ohm. So how I come to know it is 4 ohm or 1 ohm? Okay, so for that we have one trick. This one is that, see, there is a color coding. Black color code is 0, brown 1, red 2. So this table you have to remember. Into second line, suppose student, this is a resistor 1 2 3. First line show you the number, second line show you the power, and third is tolerance capacity. Clear? Like this. So suppose this is a 3 line, student. First line is made up of suppose green color. Okay, imagine first line green, second color is suppose it is blue. Okay, and third is silver. Got it? First line is green, second line is blue, and third is silver. Now you see, you will write first number is green. What is the number of green? 5. Okay, I will write 5 into second is blue. What is power? 6. 10 to power 6 plus minus silver power is 10. So 10% tolerance. So like this we are writing the color coding. Clear to you? So first you remember this concept, student. If it is easier to understand this one, then we will move forward. Clear? Now student, today we will complete this last topic. Okay, what is that? Temperature depend on resistivity. As I have told you what topic we have to cover. Yeah, this topic, see, we have covered of Ohm's law, deduction of Ohm's law, resistor. Now today is temperature depend on resistivity. Okay, so in the class 11 you have read it, rho T is equal to rho naught 1 plus alpha T minus T2. If you remember, where the chapter is, I think so, linear expansion, cubical expansion, like this your chapter read it, right, in part 2 of class 11. So here, students, similarly we will take rho T is equal to rho naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Here rho T is the resistivity at temperature T. This is resistivity at temperature T naught. Here alpha is the coefficient of temperature. Clear? So now your aim is to find out alpha. How you can find out? You solve this one, student. You will get alpha is equal to rho T minus rho naught T minus T naught. Clear to you? So now getting this point, student, you have to tell what is the value of alpha for metal, for semiconductor and something else. Means maybe superconductor, everything. But you have to focus only in metal and semiconductor. Clear? And this is the alpha is as if the constant term, but also it has a unit, that is T minus 1. Please remember, if you will get a dimension, it is T minus 1. Now alpha for metal, that is coefficient of resistivity for metal, alpha for insulator, or sometimes you can take oblique semiconductor. Clear? So alpha is positive. Why it is positive, student? You know, if I will draw the graph, very important graph in examination, they used to ask rho versus T. Take this is in Kelvin, this is in ohms meter, and the graph is like this. Clear? So this graph tell what you know, that is n numbers of free electron does not depend upon temperature. Clear? If it is not depend upon temperature, what happened? Tau, relaxation time, decreases with rise in temperature. Then what happened? If it decreases with temperature, student, your rho increases, means resistivity increases with temperature. This is a part of matter. Now we will come to the concept of nichrome. Okay, it is something like alloy. It is the graph of nichrome. Please remember this graph they used to ask like this, rho versus T, and how which substance nichrome made up of? Nickel, iron with chromium. Okay? Here what happened? It is weak dependence of resistivity with temperature. Means much fluctuation is not there of resistivity with change in temperature. But what happened to the third case? That is semiconductor, or you can take insulator. Let us focus on semiconductor. The graph is like this. What does it mean, student? For insulator, or you can consider for the semiconductor also. Is tell what's for semiconductor, student, alpha is negative. One thing you have to remember. Now n increases more compared to tau. Tau is a relaxation time. So rho decreases. So with the increase of temperature here, resistivity decreases. It tells resistivity in semiconductor. Semiconductor depend upon resistivity and it is depend upon temperature. Means resistivity in semiconductor depend upon temperature, and resistivity in metal it depends, but what happen? It is independent of